Not Nice by Dr. Aziz Gazipura is a self-help book that explores the idea of being kind. It offers practical advice on how to set healthy boundaries, communicate assertively, and build real self-confidence. It's all about finding the perfect balance between being nice and standing up for yourself. I hope the book summary helps you. Let's get to it.
Chapter number 1.
Don't let yourself get caught up in being nice to everyone, that you lose your own identity. When we hear the word nice, our minds light up green. Nice is good. It is something we should strive to be and teach our children the same. However, is it true? Consider a time when you had to be nice. What did that mean? Say you were visiting a colleague you don't like because he's egotistical and showing off. You get out of the car and see that this fellow has an ice sculpture decorating the entrance to their house. Your face scrunches up in disgust, but your partner pokes you in the side. Don't forget to be nice. They scold you, prompting you to immediately correct your expression. Being nice often means being dishonest so you don't hurt people's feelings. Can you explain what's going on here? You walk up the stairs into the house, smilingly shake your egotistical colleague's hand, and dryly laugh at all their jokes as you roll your eyes inside and wish you could go home. Does it mean being nice? You take what you don't like and force politeness to fit right into society. Are you starting to see the downsides of being nice? This forces you to watch yourself, second-guess yourself, look into the faces of others, and try to remain acceptable. In this roundup, we'll learn how damaging the desire to be nice to everyone can be, and helpful ways to put yourself first and heal yourself better. Being nice doesn't come from goodness or big morals. It comes from fear of the displeasure of others and acceptance of their disapproval. It is driven by fear, not virtue.
Chapter number 2.
Nothing terrible will happen to you outside of the being nice model. You probably never thought that nice could be bad. From childhood, it is ingrained in your brain that decency equals goodness. If you do not have nice to say nothing at all. Be nice. Santa wants to know if you're naughty or nice. You don't want to be on a nice list of Santas? We all grew up like that. We believed that being nice would bring us good things, love, acceptance, and gifts. Our parents and teachers encouraged us to suppress our anger, swallow our tears, and mask our disappointment. So we learned to suppress our true feelings and put on an act to try to please everyone. There is no real penalty if you stop trying so hard to please everyone. Even though the decision to shut things down isn't healthy, that doesn't mean being cruel and abusive is a great alternative. Doing what you want, no matter how it hurts others, is just as bad as ignoring your feelings. Regardless of what Santa thinks, the opposite of nice is not naughty. The opposite of nice is not nice. It is a life philosophy that challenges you to be authentic, honest, and fair. It requires you to stop putting yourself in the box of other people's expectations and not conform your personality and life choices to the image people have created of you. It means telling your truth even when it may make others uncomfortable, standing up for yourself, and protecting your boundaries even if it means saying no to someone. What do you say when people do horrible things to you that you won't allow anymore and you bark, "I'm done playing nice"? Well, didn't that tell you all that you had to be aware of? You're saying, "I refuse to overlook my needs and wants just to make you feel good." In short, refusing to be nice is a process of liberation, regaining self-confidence, and breaking the harmful guidelines we grew up with. It requires maneuvering, patience, and a desire to improve our lives.
Chapter number 3.
Unkind means being honest with yourself. Being unkind means being assertive and self-confident, and not being afraid to voice opposing opinions, calling out bad people, and saying no. With kindness, you pretend to be someone you are not to please others. This causes you to overlook your loved ones who do not show you their true selves. Your parents don't know that you disagree with some of their core values because you never communicated your views to them. You can't feel it's a lie when they say they love you because they don't even know you. They see the image of you that you present because you want validation. To look good, we try to put aside our true selves and adopt an identity that pleases everyone. If you continue to play the role of the good guy, you are only shaping yourself to fit into the space that society has created, and you are forced to live a regular life and conform to what the general public says is good. People think it's okay to raise your head and speak when you disagree with what you see. Of course, there is nothing wrong with wanting to love. Human nature needs good relationships with others to be peaceful and happy. Problems arise when people depend on the opinions of others about themselves. When people behave well, they overcome their fear of rejection and desire for approval. They find themselves apologizing for their position. Don't you think it's unfair? The better you are, the more uncomfortable and inadequate you will feel. Some people can't even object to being assigned the wrong seat or getting the wrong drink. This is what humanity does with people. On the other hand, not being nice means that you choose to be polite, choose to help, and know that you decide to say yes or no. So when you do good, it comes from strength and will. Well, that's fine, but only if it comes from your heart. I'm ready to face whatever painful situation I have to face, gain whatever I need to gain, and do whatever it takes to feel more confident, entitled, and skilled. Dr. Aziz.
Chapter number 4.
Make a sentient conclusion to make your boundaries and chase what you want. If you want to get free of the kindness cage, you need to warn yourself that not being nice doesn't mean being a mean or horrible person. It just means learning to do what's good for you. Putting yourself first may seem selfish, but you deserve premium treatment. There are 3 steps you need to take to get rid of the politeness cage. 1. Choose not to be nice. Breaking out of the cage of niceness is a conscious decision. You have to decide to stand up for yourself, say what you want, and assert your rights. 2. Do uncool things you're usually too shy to try. It's not enough to convince yourself that you want to do these things. You have to do them. You should list all the not-so-nice things that would help you become more authentic. 3. Then work through your inner resistance. You will inevitably feel guilty after you do these nasty things. You only know this way. That's all you know. Don't let these thoughts in your head from years of social conditioning break your resolve. If you follow these 3 steps consistently, you will become more assertive, more confident, happier, and more authentic. Being not nice ultimately has many benefits for you and your self-esteem. Once you've completed these 3 steps, you need to focus on 2 essential parts of not being nice. Setting boundaries. Boundaries are essential to a happy and successful life. Setting boundaries makes it clear to everyone what they can or can't do based on how comfortable you are with them. Go after what you want. Too many of us are afraid to go after what we want, overthinking and worrying about what people think of us or our choices. It is vital to acquire that, not to panic about rejection. If you try and receive a negative response, remember that you tried. Don't lie in bed and think about what if. Make a sentient effort to chase what you want.
Chapter number 5.
Learn to protect your boundaries regardless of what social conditioning tells you. The inability to say no is quite common in our society. Imagine this. You're heading for the elevator at work. You have 10 minutes left until your lunch break, and you want to spend it eating a donut in the kitchen. Your colleague runs up to you just before you hit the elevator with a pile of documents. He throws them in with you. Could you please give it to Bobby in accounting? Thanks. Your mouth falls open as she hurries back to her office, leaving you there. You don't have enough time to detour, yet you can't stop her and say no. Instead, you drag yourself into accounting and miss your lunch break. If you stopped her and they said no, you wouldn't be nice, but you would enjoy a donut. Saying no to things that will ultimately cause you trouble is part of self-development. Consider a friend asking if they could use your house for a party this weekend. You know you're going to get fired, but you can't say no. That wouldn't be nice. So you end up spending a miserable weekend at a party you don't want to. Saying no sets you free. You will find that you will feel much freer. That is freedom from the cage of kindness. When you are finally free, You will be amazed at how much inconvenience and discomfort you had to go through to be nice. You'd be surprised that more people will take it in stride than get upset when you say no. More people would say okay and find an alternative. Did you know? The 8 main areas of self-care are physical, psychological, emotional, social, professional, environmental, spiritual, and financial. Most people don't think about it holistically.
Chapter number 6.
When you finally let go of the social conditioning of niceness, you'll find that your true self shines through. The results will be undeniable if you can get through the ups and downs of your unpleasant workout. You will be your truest, most accessible, and most authentic self. You learn to say no when it makes you uncomfortable. Saying what you want to say will no longer be a problem, as will exercising your rights. You will finally have the strength and assertiveness to go after what you want while still being kind and polite. The difference is that it would be from an authentic and powerful place of choice. When you choose to do what is best for you, you will see a newer version of yourself shine through. For example, imagine that your roommate once again left unwashed dishes in the sink, even though it was his turn to wash them. They ask you to clean them up because they have to rush to a date. Tell your roommate, "My time is just as valuable as yours. I will use it according to my priorities. If you can't do the dishes now, you can do it when you get back from the date, because it's your turn today." This way you respectfully say no, you don't get manipulated, you put your interests before others, and you stand up for yourself. By being your true self, you will finally feel seen. And when your loved ones look at you, they will see the real you, not some carefully crafted character you are trying to portray. When they say they love you, you'll believe them because you know they've seen who you are and they love that person. Being true to yourself by not being nice can help you build better relationships based on openness, honesty, and authenticity. It would help you trade better, be firmer, get more work done, judge performance properly, and criticize without guilt. Love will shine. Not playing nice and being authentic is the key to building your life right. There is only one of you, and the way you think is unique, so you shouldn't force yourself to fit into a cast by playing nice. Live true to yourself and be happy.
Now let's dive into the powerful conclusion. We all think politeness is a good thing, but it is one of the worst things we practice. In conclusion, this is not to say that politeness is a bad thing in context. The problem is how we practiced it. Be nice often means to shrink back and not upset the other person. Time and time again, we are forced to put aside our true emotions and act pleasant towards society. This false kindness robs us of our ability to be authentic because we fear being disliked or disapproved of. However, if you act unpleasant, you will be assertive and decisive while remaining kind. Your authenticity will shine through with sincerity, and people who see it will trust you and your kinness more than if you play nice but deep down you'd rather not be. If you want to be your true self without social shackles, you have to start being not nice. Being not nice is not the same as being mean or naughty. It simply means refusing to limit your true self to be accepted or loved and doing what's best for you. Many forcefully restrict themselves and do more to please others instead of doing what is best for them. These people believe that this is what it means to be nice, but they are not very nice to themselves. So stop sabotaging your happiness, practice self-love, be kinder to yourself, and put your best interests first. Try it. The next time you feel bad after practicing being unnice, make a mental joke of it. You can also make time for things you enjoy, like bubble baths, baking, or movie nights with friends at least once a week.